Welcome to day number 20 of this awesome advent calendar. This is the building blocks or Lego style advent calendar. There's 24 days and we are building this set right here. We're on day number 20. So let's see what it has in store for us. It is available on Amazon, and I will put the links in the description below. So here are all 24 days. Each day has their own box, and we're going to do number 20. I have not looked at these. I have no idea what is in this next box. But yesterday on day number 19, this is where we left off. So maybe day number 20 is the continuation of the car. We completed the house and some other little doodads in past days. They are all in a playlist, and go check them out. If you purchased this or have purchased this, please let me know in the comments. If you're crafting along with me, I would love to know that as well. So here we go with day number 20. There's a lot of stuff in there. And then there is the instructions. Every day we have a baggie of the bricks and some instructions. If you guessed right yesterday when you saw all the green that we were doing the car, let me know in the comments if you were correct. So here we go. We have 2 bags today of bricks. I happen to have 2 cups, and I will put one in each cup. The brand name on this kit is Hogokids. They are very similar to the national brand, except the bricks are a little bit smaller. They're not the super teeny tiny ones. I've had some sets that had the super tiny ones, and these are not super tiny. They are almost the size of the regular brand, and they go together just as well as far as the way they snap together. All right, the instructions are on this sheet, and we'll go through them step by step. We're on number 211, which is the total. I can see right off the bat we're going to need this 6 by 10 piece. We're going to need a 1 by 6. And I believe these pieces are all going to be dark green. I'm going to put some of the bigger ones in here. We need a 1 by 6. What with the wheels? I'm just moving things back and forth here. We have some wheels we're going to put on this car. 1 by 6 green, dark green. I'll come back to that. Let's see, we need a 2 by 4. We do need some trapezoids, but not those. We need these 2 trapezoids. That is not the one we need. There's the 1 by 6. Here's the 2 by 4. And we need one more trapezoid. There's the other one. Okay. So 2x4 opposite trapezoids, 1x6 and a 6x10. So we're going to start with this. Put the 1x6 here on the very end. And then this piece goes, oh no, maybe it goes next to it. That is going to go behind it, I believe. Let me count the holes. So we're going to leave 8 holes here and put this on here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8. Okay, so we have 8 free holes here. So this one does go there, and then we have that hanging over. Then we're going to line up these 2 trapezoids that way and that way, like that. And that is the back. So you do have a difference in height. Now we're going to go to step 212. We need one of these pieces. Let's see if I put them on this white. That might help you see. 1 by 4. 1 2 by 4. And 2 of the larger trapezoids. One of each. And a 2 by 8. So those are the pieces that we need for this. I'm going to bring this back over here. This piece here goes on the front and overhangs. That little piece overhangs there. And then we're going to put the 2 trapezoids on. This piece goes here. This piece goes there, and then the 2 by 4 goes there. So that's what we have so far. Now step number 213. We need a lot of little pieces. Mostly small pieces. We need 1 more of those little hinge-like pieces. Two really small 2-hole trapezoids, 2 in that direction, we're going to need some of the 3 holes as well in both directions. So let me pull those out as I find them. Oop, that's a 3 hole. We have a lot of 3 holes. Let me see. I need a 2 hole. There we go. We need 2 holes on each direction. So 2 of those and 2 of the ones facing the other way. That's the wrong direction. All right, so we have 2 of those, 2 of those. Three of those, and then 3 of them in mirror image. I need 3 in that direction. 1. That's not the right one. That is also not the right one. 1, 2, 3 in that direction. Okay. One 2x1 regular. We do need one of those with the little grabbers. I'll come back to that 2x1. We need 1 red and 1 white. Maybe it's a yellow. We need a ramp. We need this funky shape. And we need a long ramp and a medium ramp. And I need a 2x1. And there's the 2x1. And now we're going to assemble this part here. We're going to take one each of these trapezoids, and then it looks like we take the little ones and go over the bottom like that. And then 2 more of these, and then they fill in the top hole and they overhang a little bit. So you have those 2 pieces like that. And then you take 2 more of these. Oops. This side. And this one. Like that. And then I guess this piece goes over the top here. I believe that's what you end up with. And then you're going to do some more things. Here you're going to put, whoops, this here and this here, lined up with this top. And this one here with the 2 hooks down at the bottom. This here goes here. So that's what you have so far. That's what the side looks like. That's what the bottom looks like. And now you're going to add Christmas tree parts to it. You're going to put this yellow Christmas light here. You're going to put, oh, I think there is one of these that's the opposite of that shape. And that is the one that you need. This goes here, like that. And then the long ramp goes here. The short ramp goes here. And you do leave one hole open. And then the single ramp goes here. And the red light goes here. The clear red piece. They're meant to look like Christmas balls or Christmas lights. So that's what you have. So you have the beginnings of a Christmas tree. And this piece, the little claws there attach to that. So you have that piece. All right, now let's pick out steps or stuff for step number 214. I need another shape, this one. You're going to need one of each. One going that way and one going that way. I need 3 more of these trapezoids with 3 holes, 3 pieces. Not that one. In that direction. And I need 3 opposite directions. 1, 2, all right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oops, that's not the right. That's not the right side. I'm going to move the wheels back over to that other thing. That's the other direction. The other direction. Oh wait, I do need 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 going in one direction and 3 going in the other direction. And I need 2 of the really big trapezoids. This one. That one. And we're on step number 214. All right, so for step number 214, let's go ahead and assemble this. So we're going to take this piece and this one. So we have that, and it goes hang on, let me put this other one together too. Which side goes where? This one goes here. No. This piece goes here. This piece goes here. And these little pieces, one goes, oh, they don't fit. They do not fit. Yes, they do. There. They fit. But that doesn't fit. Does that bend down? This piece bends down a little bit, and these two pieces go there. I'll show you a side view. That is the side view, and this piece does bend down a little bit. And then so this piece goes here flush with the bottom, that piece goes there. So the big piece goes here, and that piece goes there. So it's kind of all Christmas tree shaping. And these two pieces go here. And here. And then there is a one hole gap right there. Okay. Make sure they are all seated correctly. Now we're on to step 215. We need two opposite pointy pieces. Two of these in that direction. And then two opposite. That's too big, that is too big. Although we will need one of each of these anyway, so let's pull those out. And we need a 2x8 piece, and then I still need one more of those. taking all these little tiny pieces, trying to put all the little ones in one side. It'll help me find the pieces later. There it is. Okay, 215. Let's do it. We're gonna start with this 2x8, line it up at the back, and then we're gonna do a 3, 4, 3. So we're gonna take the trapezoid that has 3 pieces, the trapezoid that has 4, and then the trapezoid that has 3. And we're going to go on the other side and do the same thing. The one with 3, by 3 I mean these 3 little bumps, and then 4 and 3. And that leaves us just with those 2 little guys, and these are going to go, let me make sure I'm going to put them in the right spot. We're going to leave one hole unattended, and we're going to put one here. It's going to hang over that edge. And we're going to put one here. And then you leave this one hole there, unattended. Oops, I have 2 of the same direction. Hang on, let me grab the other direction. They have to be angled that way. Okay, let's put that away so I don't lose it. So there we go. We have that so far. Now step number 217. 216. We need 2 more of these big guys in opposite directions. 1 more 2x8. One of those. One of those. One going in that direction. That's the same direction. And one in that opposite direction. Okay. Bring this back and assemble this part. Let's start at the bottom here. We're going to put the 2x8 down. We're going to put the small trapezoids here, one there, and one there. And then these larger ones here and here. And then these pieces, we're going to put one here and one here. There. Make sure everything is seated well. So that's what we have so far. All right, step 217. A lot of little tiny things. We need a yellow, a red, and a green, little like light bulbs or clear pieces. One single tiny ramp. Two more of these, one in each direction. The pointers. We'll call those pointers. That's not the right direction. There we go. So we need opposite pointers. 3 2x4s. Two of those smooth guys. And one really big ramp. And now we need to assemble this. It looks like we start at the bottom here, and we put the green clear piece here. We put a smooth piece. No, green here. And a smooth piece here. And the other smooth piece here. And then it looks like, okay, a 2x4 goes here. And a 2x4 goes here. The big ramp goes here. Uh-oh. And your piece shoots off. Be careful. And then you put your Christmas tree back together. There. Don't push it against the ground or against your table. All right, so that big piece goes there. These two angled pieces go here. One on that side, one on this side. The yellow clear yellow piece goes in this second one there. And this ramp goes right above it. And then the red piece goes on this third one here. Don't push it against your table. It'll go flying off. And this piece goes this last piece goes here. Okay, so that's what we have so far. All right, flip the paper over, and we are on step number 218. We need a yellow light. Oops, get back here. One tiny ramp, two double wides ramps, and two humongous ramps. I call them a ramp because that's what they look like. Maybe they're a wedge or ramp or something. So each of these, get one of these on top of it. And then you're going to put one here, one here, the little ramp here, and the yellow Christmas ball here, Christmas bulb there. So that's beginning to look like a Christmas tree. Step number 219. One of those. These are getting easier to find. There are fewer of them. One of those. One of these. One of those. These are longer, but they only have two little nubs on them. Be careful when you're looking for the for all the trapezoids. You're going to end up with that shape with only two. I would say it's a triangle, but the top is not exactly a point. It is a tiny little flat line. So it's still technically a trapezoid. Two little ramps and then two pointers in opposite directions. There. Much easier to find. Okay, we're going to make this piece here. Take these two and this. So we're going to line those up technically. We're going to put this one here over the one hole like that. This piece goes under there, so it's on the bottom. So that's that's half of your shape. Put this here, and this goes underneath. So that's what you end up with. That's how it looks on the back. And that's what it looks like on the front. And then we're going to add some of these little pieces to it. So here on the higher point, we're going to put this little one single piece so we can raise up this ramp. like that. We're going to put the other ramp next to it so it's not going to be as high. And then we're going to put these two pieces here. I think that's the way it is. Hold on. Yes. And here. And those little tiny pieces are going to, you're going to see a partial like nub sticking out. And then you're going to come to the front of this and carefully snap that on. So that's what you have there. That's what it looks like on the back. And then on the front. Now we're going to do step number 220, and the pieces are light green. We need two, I can put those directly on the black. Two of the caps. Two opposite trapezoids. One of those. One of those L-shaped pieces. Nope, two of those L-shaped pieces. Sidewinders. One 4x1 and one 6. These little pieces, we're going to put the caps on the sides of these to cover up the nubs. If you guys know what the technical term for that is, let me know. We're going to do a little bit of pre-assembly here. We have this guy. We're going to put the two piece on there. We're going to put this on one side, this on one side. Put this here. Put this here. And this across the top. There. So that is the shape you end up with. You have that. And that's the other side. That's the, it almost looks like a shelf that you would hang on your wall. Now we're going to do a similar thing for 221. Not exactly the same. We need two more of these caps. We need 3 of these. Of the 2x. We need 2 of the L-shaped pieces, a 4 and a 6. Now we're going to start with this. Same way we started the other one, we're going to put a 2 piece in the middle, and we're going to hang these over the end. Instead of having the trapezoids, we're going to put the caps on these two pieces here. Cap on one. Cap on two. And then they hang over this end like that and like that. And then this 1x6 goes across the top. So then we have this one here, but it doesn't have any piece sticking out like that one does. So we have those two braces, if you will. You're going to flip this over and you're working on this green piece. You're going to put the one with the braces pointing backwards. I can't tell exactly where, but right about, let's go here. That might be up a little too far. Let's go back one. And then this one here, we show 2 complete rows and a partial, I believe. 2 complete rows and a partial. All right, this one here is the same way. I'm going to move it up one where I had it in the first place. There. That is, to my recollection, the best, as far as I can tell. That is where they go. If we need to move them when we try to set them on the car, we can move them. Now we need to do step 223. We're going to need 1 red piece. We're going to need this piece here with a little hole in it. These 2 round brown rounds, the tall brown round and the short brown round. We're going to need this 4x4 and 4 of these semicircles. Then all we have left are tires and a few spindles. So let's assemble this little piece. We take this guy and we put the cap on, and we take the red spindle and put it in the center, and then this piece goes on like that. So that's what we have there. We put these 4 pieces together in a circle, and this piece goes on like that and holds them together, and this piece, I'm assuming, goes on in the center. So that's what we have there. Then step number 224. We stick the base of the Christmas tree on the back of the car, or the back of the Christmas tree like that. And then this sticks onto the car. I think I'm going to put the wheels on first. Let's do the wheels next, because it looks like it's easier to do them while you have more room to work. So we assemble the tires. Is there a front or back of the tire? Yes. So there is a front of the tire that has a little bit of a line. Let's see if I can get these on. They don't go. Do they go in this way? Why don't these fit? Okay. These require feats of strength. They require, I don't know what they require. I might have to stand up and do them. This one feels like it'll go easy. No, of course not. I find that they go on better if you do them a little crooked. A little bit of grunting or whatever. There, use some persuasion. I think I broke my thumb. Okay. Then these, and flip them over. One side is a hubcap and the other side is the back of the wheel. And these little spindle things go in the back of the wheel. They do give you a spare spindle. They do not give you a spare thumb. And then these go on the car. There. So there we go. There's the car. The car does move. And then the Christmas tree, these pieces will attach to that. And that hangs off the back of the car. And these will come off as you try to put them on. Just put them back and try again. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this one off and put it here. Oh, these don't snap on at all. Okay. These here just sit there. Got it. Oh, should they line up with the, they should. Okay, they do. Will that go back one? No. Okay. So you're seating this on top of the windows. These two just set there. You're going to make sure one is lined up with this green spot and the other one with the back of that door. And that's what that looks like. And then this piece angles down over the front of the car. Because of course you would want it to do that so you couldn't see where you were driving. So that's what you end up with. And according to that picture, that is how those line up. Excellent. So here we go. We have the car and the Christmas tree. This is day number 20. I hope you enjoyed day number 20. We have 4 days left. What will it be? Put in the comments below what you think day number 21 will have. We did the house. We did the little Santa and the snowman and all of those little pieces, the gingerbread man that goes in front of the house. We did the car and the tree. What's left? Maybe Cousin Eddie? I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out tomorrow in day number 21. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you are enjoying this Advent calendar. I have a whole playlist. Check out all of them. Let me know if you purchased this and if you're following along. Thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. We do all sorts of crafts on this channel. And then also, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.